What's going on, folks? This is LB the Realist with Surrealistic Studio, Surreal News, where the real is surreal. Damn it, I hate technical difficulties. So we're gonna try this again. I just tried to record a video and my keyboard wasn't working. Turns out I turned the Bluetooth off, so it's not gonna work without the Bluetooth. Anyways, Trump was just acquitted, and I guess this was the second time they tried to impeach Donald Trump. Now we all know Donald Trump is no longer the president. Joe Biden is. But for whatever reason, they wanted to go ahead and try to impeach Donald Trump after the fact. Now, the reasoning seems to be because they don't want him to run for president again, because he only had one term and he's allotted 2 terms, So, well, if he wins. But I'm going to go ahead and bring you some more details here. We're going to go ahead and type in Trump from Google. And this is how you do quick research, right? And there's all kind of articles that pop up. We'll pick a reputable source. Let's see. We'll type in Trump impeachment. Nearly 60% say Trump should have been convicted in impeachment trial. That's from The Hill. Let's see what they have to say about this. Usually they're pretty short and concise. I won't bore you too much here, but let's see. Nearly 60% of Americans believe former President Trump should have been convicted during his second Senate impeachment trial. An ABC News Ipsos poll taken shortly after the trial ended shows 58% of Americans surveyed in a new poll, which was conducted from February 13th to the 14th and is based on a nationally representative probability sample of 547 adults, said Trump should have been convicted by the upper chamber on charges that he incited the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol last month. The Senate acquitted Trump on Saturday by a 57 to 43 vote. A conviction would have required 2/3 voting to convict, or 67 votes. The poll found that support for the conviction was starkly partisan. Almost 90% of respondents polled, who identified as Democrats, said they believed the former president should have been convicted, compared to 64% of those identifying as independents and 14% of those identifying as Republicans, who said the same. A majority of the respondents agreed that the evidence brought against the former president during the trial was strong. Most polled also said they believed believed that senators voted during the trial based on what party they belonged to. 56% of respondents in the new poll said they thought the evidence against Trump in the trial was strong, while 37% said they thought it was weak. A closer look to the respondents' respective political parties also showed a clear partisan divide regarding the evidence. In the poll, most respondents identifying as Democrats say they believe the evidence in the trial was strong, compared to a minority of self-identified Republican respondents who said the same. 77% of those polled also said they believe partisan ties played a role in how senators voted. By comparison, just 23% of those polled said they thought senators cast their vote based on the facts presented. The poll said respondents identifying as Republicans and Democrats believed in nearly equal numbers that the senators voted based on politics. The poll was conducted using Knowledge Panel, which Ipsos described as the largest and most well-established online probability-based panel that is representative of the adult U.S. population. It was conducted in Spanish and English, and the data was weighted to adjust for gender by age, race/ethnicity, education, census, region, metropolitan status, household income, and party identification, the market research company said. The margin of sampling error is plus or minus 4.8 percentage points at the 95% confidence level for results based on the entire sample of adults, the company added. The margin of sampling error takes into account the design effect, which was 1.34. So basically what they're saying here, the whole gist of this short article is what they're saying is people voted on party lines. They voted, if you're a Republican, the chances were you're voting to acquit Donald Trump. If you're a Democrat, the chances are you're voting to convict Donald Trump. And we all know he was convicted because they didn't have enough votes. He was acquitted because he didn't have enough votes to get convicted. So here's my thoughts on this. Do I think Donald Trump incited the riots? I think that he used colorful language and, maybe dog whistles. And we all saw him on stage during the debates when he told the Proud Boys, or who was it, to stand back and stand by. That was very intentional. So there's no doubt in my mind that Donald Trump actually wanted these things to occur. But it's also of my opinion that to retroactively try to impeach a president it's just a giant time waster to me, especially when you have polls like this, when you have the evidence that suggests that people are just going to vote for their party anyways. So this whole thing was a giant waste of time. You know, how many days of the trial did they waste? How many minutes, how many hours did they waste on this? How much, critical energy did they waste on this trial? When we have so many other things going on right now, here's my suggestion. And now this is my suggestion to the Democratic Party. Instead of trying to retroactively impeach a president who you disagree with and don't like, why don't you actually put forth candidates who are actually worthwhile? Why don't you put forth Democratic candidates who are not going to barely beat an incumbent president during coronavirus? Like Joe Biden barely won. He barely won this one. But for whatever reason, the Democratic Party doesn't take that information and say, hey, maybe we should try to put forth a quality candidate next time. Hey, maybe we should actually do something for the American people that we so-called represent. Nancy Pelosi, the people that you so-called feed. Yeah, these people. Yeah, why don't you put forth a candidate who actually believes in the ideals that they talk about? A person who actually will work for the people. Instead you put forth, crappy candidates to go up against another crappy Republican candidate, and then you get mad when we get crap in the end. So it just doesn't really make any sense to me, but this is the logic that they're using. I'm actually glad that this whole thing is over. Guess that means Donald Trump may possibly very well run in the future. But again, if you put forth a quality candidate who actually represents the people and will do for the people and listen to the people, you're not going to have a problem. Now, will the Democrats actually take this advice and run with it and actually do the right thing? Not at all. Not at all. No, they're going to continue the same exact playbook that they've been using time and time again. Put forth the shittiest candidate you can and hope for the best. Because either way it goes, they win. No matter who's president, they win. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, folks. Did you agree with this impeachment trial, the second impeachment trial? Did you disagree with it? Like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't before so I can keep bringing you news like this. I really want to hear your thoughts in the comment section because I think this was a giant waste of time. No, I really didn't like Trump, but at the same time, I'm not going to let my dislike for Trump blind me to everything else going on. I'm not going to let my dislike from Trump, cloud my judgment, And ever since Trump has been president, he's not president now, but when he was president for 4 years, we had to deal with Russiagate. We had to deal with, people saying that Bernie Sanders was, a male chauvinist and, calling Bernie's supporters, all the names in the book. And it's been really wild. It's been really wild. Now Joe Biden is president. They have no more excuses. They really don't have any more excuses. The boogeyman is out of the office. Now, if he wins the office next time, that again will be your fault. All right. Until next time, folks, love, peace, and light. Find me on all social media. Click the links down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.